I held my book for the first time like 3 days ago. This is too special to me. Because I have such a vivacious personality that I'm associated with, people think, अरे मगर इसकी लाइफ में क्या प्रॉब्लम हो सकती थी? I read it and I went like, wow, मैं कितना wise आदमी है. I'm such a wise owl. The process started, I was actually looking for a ghostwriter for a friend, and then my literary agent said, why don't you write a book? I said, great, then get me also a ghostwriter. She said, why do you want a ghostwriter? I said, because that's how books are written, no? She said, no, people actually write books. Why aren't you writing yours? I said, I can't. I've never written. And she said, I've seen your stories on Commune. I said, come on, yeah, those are 5-minute stories, 10-minute stories, maximum 3 to 4 pages. She said, correct. You just have to write 30 different stories like that. And that's a book. So when she broke it down like that, I started writing my stories. I started writing about my relationships. I started writing about relationships with myself, with my cat, with my work, with my family. So it just became something that was very personal for me, and I still felt it was a process of healing. It was a process of overcoming. It was a process of letting it go. Like, in the truest sense, this is all behind me now. So whatever happens in the future is brand new. And whatever I've learned from the past is not going to leave me, but I know to be wiser and saner when it comes to making my decisions in the future. Yes, and you think it's a personal project, but then I'm not kidding you. There was this one part of the book where I speak about Shifu, and it was the last thing that I wrote. And I remember I finished it, I sent that email out, and I immediately went onto the group and I said, I am done writing this book. There's nothing else I can add, there's nothing I can remove. It is done. And this is what it is. It's no longer mine. It's no longer something that I can hold on to, or, it's over. Now whatever happens is literally a new chapter, a new page. Like, I'm ready to write a new book because I feel like all that happened is over and way behind me now. No, I didn't think of it from the idea of whether it's a good idea or not. That's because I had a very, very good supportive team. So my literary agents always assured me, and HarperCollins assured me, that whatever is on the pages will not be published if I'm not okay with it. But the more I read it, I said, I have to be okay with this. I want to be okay with this because it is something that has happened. There is no other way. Like, I need to walk through that door, because all these days I felt like I was running my head into a concrete wall. And then after I had written the book, I swear it felt like, what? I've been running my head into this concrete wall. Darwaza to yahi tha. Yeah. And I literally opened that door and I walked out and it was just like, woof, thank you. Now it's all behind me. So it was literally that process. And I just felt free. I felt light. It felt like all this baggage that I was probably carrying without even realizing that I was carrying it was like long gone John now. In the course of the last 2-3 days, I have handwritten and hand sealed like 100 copies to like people who I want to send this book to. And I'm very happy with the way it looks. And as we spoke about it earlier, it's really not up to me anymore. Like, I don't know what it feels like. But then there was this excerpt that came out which spoke about my abuse, and it was insane. Like, the love that I have received, and it didn't come from a place of, oh wow, one more celebrity, let's like have a conversation, and oh kitna dukhi atma hai types, It came from a place of courage. And what I think like baffled people was that we all have these stories. So when I'm sitting in a room of like girls, the similarity is striking and shocking at the same time, because all of us have gone through this. And I think because I have such a vivacious personality that I'm associated with, people think, अरे मगर इसकी लाइफ में क्या प्रॉब्लम हो सकती थी? So I think today that I have turned out different from my circumstances, it felt like it was a worthwhile conversation to have. I got messages from my school friends who said, wish we could have helped you. I got messages from my family, my cousins. It's been so amazing, and it has been so affirmative in terms of strength that I just can't wait for everyone to read everything in the book, because not everything in the book is like, oh, kitna dukh. There is also a lot of great stuff that has made me the person that I am. A lot of honest confessions, a lot of conversations around who I am today and how did I get this far, a certain sense of resolution with who I was asked to be and who I chose to be. So all these conversations, I think, have come to life, and it just feels good. I think everything has like a moment where like the penny drops. So I think many such chapters I was like, boom, oh my God, that's my pattern. And that's what I need to break out of. So there was a lot of realization that went into while writing stuff itself. And then when I read it, I have to say this, I read it and I went like, wow, main kitna wise aadmi hai. I'm such a wise owl. I genuinely felt that. And I know sometimes you literally look at me like, are you really that confident about what you've done? And I'm like, yeah, man, because you can't go wrong when you've done something with honesty. And I think there was a huge element of honesty there. And I really said that if I'm not judging myself, then I don't give anybody else the opportunity to judge me either. This is my truth. This has got nothing to do with how anybody else chose to deal with my situation. This is how I chose to deal with my own situations. It cannot be foolproof. It's not right versus wrong. It's not good versus bad. It's just what it was. And it is what it is. And I think eventually I came to a realization where I said, man, everything happens for a reason. I am here today for a reason. This book happened for a reason. So what that reason is, I think we'll eventually figure out, because, I say this as well. Today, any work that you do lives on there for posterity, whether it's a web series or a movie or a book or a piece of art, at the end of the day, everything has a way of outliving you. So if this is that journey, then I'm very proud of it, like extremely happy. And I know that, there is like a negative connotation that's attached to the word pride, but I think as a lioness, as a Leo, it's cool. I'll take it in my stride.